Standing by. Complete.
This is Actar's Reviews, from anime to figures and beyond. Welcome to another episode of Actar's Figure Reviews. With the fast approaching release of the S-RHF Figure Arts Faiz, I can't help but to do more Faiz related reviews in celebration. Last time we took a look at the superb figure of Faiz transforming bike Auto Vajin. Today, however, we are turning the spotlight on the opposing rider, well, one of the two opposing riders of Faiz anyway, Kamen rider Kaixa. More specifically, his bike side Basshar. And just like Auto Vajin, side Basshar is capable of transforming into a robot, but instead of a humanoid one, side Basshar turns into a classic walker type mecha. As the name suggests, side Basshar in vehicle mode is a motorcycle with a sidecar attachment. First and foremost, it rolls exceedingly well, just like you'd expect. Design-wise, I really do like the bulky, beefy and yet streamlined and sleek look of side Basshar. It really contrasts well with Auto Vajin, which always seemed very skeletal and bare-boned. In terms of details, the S-RHF representation is accurate, what with the really intricate sculpting and the paint details like the Smart Brain Motors logos adorning the bike like on the sidecar and on the main motorcycle itself, and of course the identification number SB913V. However, there are a number of liberties that have been taken, especially with the size and scale of the vehicle. In the show, side Basshar in battle mode is bigger than when it is in vehicle mode. Realistically speaking, being unable to be size accurate in both modes, Bandai decided to stick with the battle mode's proportions. The entire bike is even more bulky than what it is really supposed to be, but the discrepancy can be most clearly seen when looking at the sidecar. The real-life counterpart sidecar is far smaller than the main motorcycle, but here it's almost the same size, if not exactly the same size lengthwise. But whatever the case, side Basshar looks spectacular, and for a size comparison, here is side Basshar next to Auto Vajin in vehicle mode, and as you can see, they fit in perfectly together. Another minor gripe that I have with this mode is that the sidecar does not have any leg space. The seating compartment is only confined to this small square. Now I really wish I could put another figure in there, but technically I suppose you could if you bend the legs in a bizarre way. Pretty unfortunate, but I understand that, like the Auto Vajin figure, the side Basshar figure features a transforming gimmick. To transform side Basshar into battle mode, one needs to split the sidecar from the main body first, and we put the main motorcycle out of the way for the time being. So let's work on the sidecar, which will become the legs of side Bashar's battle mode. We flip in the connection points, flush into the body. Next, we rotate this section down. As you can see here, it's all on ratchet joints. We flip out the heels. We take the front part and fold it into position. Next, we split the entire sidecar in half, giving it two legs. Last but not least, we flip out this connection point from in between side Bashar's legs, bringing back the main motorcycle. What you need to do is to detach the fork and the swing bar from the main bike and pull it up and rotate it 90 degrees and plop it back down. Extend the two wheels, which will then become the arms, and fold them forwards. The mufflers split into individual guns, or I should say individual barrels. And 4 claws can be extended from the other arm. To then extend the footrests for Kamen Rider Kaixa. For side Basshar in battle mode, we simply detach this back part and you will split the part by itself. Then we flip out the 2 footrests. Finally, bringing the legs back, we attach the upper body to the legs via this peg and the hole at the bottom of the motorcycle. Let me just say this, Side Basshar is a beast, a behemoth if you will, in battle mode. You can just see the size of this thing. Again, as I said before, Side Basshar looks much better in battle mode due to the more accurate proportions. And it is really imposing. The only thing that I would like to have seen would have been the ability to split the legs further apart, just like in the show. In terms of articulation, Side Basshar features 10 points of articulation in the upper body. The cockpit can swivel left and right. The arm bar is individually posable, and each arm can be moved in and out, and swivel up and down. Of course, the individual mufflers, or I should say individual barrels, can be posed, and the claws are articulated individually as well. If you take a look at the official pictures at the back of the box, you'll notice this little bar that extends between the legs, connecting them together. I actually decided to remove mine as I didn't like it. It limited the leg articulation, and with it gone, it actually looks like it has separate legs. Now the only downside to this would be that the legs now have a tendency to bend inwards. But due to the weight of the top, this isn't a huge problem. While I like it better like this, I wouldn't recommend you do it unless you know what you are doing. What you have to do basically is to saw the bar in half, then unscrew the inner plates of both legs to remove the individual bar pieces. Now, speaking of leg articulation, the legs can move independently now and have 3 points of articulation each. One in the knee, one in the foot, and one in the heel. Do notice that the knee joint and the foot joint are both ratcheted. My final issue with this figure is again missing articulation in the thigh section, which could move in the show. And in conclusion, just like the S-RHF Auto Vajin figure, the S-RHF Side Basshar is a worthy figure representation of Kaisa's motorcycle and support mecha, though unfortunately isn't as great accuracy-wise. From what I understand, this is the only transforming Side Basshar figure released to date, and if you're a fan of Kamen Rider Faiz or Kaiza, I mean seriously, who likes Kaiza, or more accurately, Kusaka Masato, or just wants to complete the vehicle series, this is the figure to get. Thankfully, since Side Basshar isn't as popular as Auto Vajin, he is far easier to acquire by means of auction sites like eBay. So, the Zags are saying, see you guys in the next episode.